Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join three Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelli, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelli.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode number 7, Nashville Hold'em.
Another Nashville trip for the housewives.
Yes. So we start out with Brit and Mike are shopping for a new car. Brit said that Mike promised her a new car every 2 years.
What does Mike do for a living that he can promise her a new car every 2 years and a Ferrari nonetheless?
These are good questions. I have no idea what he does.
Yeah.
I have no idea. And she does wind up getting, I guess, the white Ferrari. I think she winds up getting.
I mean, I don't know. I think so. Yeah. Is he promising her that with her own money?
Yeah, that's interesting. So the interesting thing about Brit is I've seen a lot online about her recently. I don't know, but this most recent thing did make sense. So, she talks about last week, she talked about her losing her license for insurance, right? But in fact, she sold her insurance business. That's why she was on the outs with her sisters. Remember? She had told us that.
Right.
So in fact, really what she's doing is not selling insurance. And at that time, I don't know who, it was one of the online people. I read all about it, talked about it. I was like, yeah, this actually makes sense. She is got a business online that she started in 2023 where she's going to train you how to open up your own insurance agency. And
this is what she's doing for a living.
This is what she's doing for a living, be an insurance agent. And she's been doing that since 2023, I believe. So
I wonder if she needs an active license to do that. I mean, maybe.
I don't know. But like he said, the person that was telling this story, don't ever spend your money on these how-to things. Like, if you want to be an insurance agent, go to State Farm, go to Prudential. They will train you on the job.
Yes, they will. While you're being paid.
While you're being paid. Like, you don't need to pay somebody to train you how to do a job that you're going to have to pay for.
Do you remember when Vicki Gunvalson did the cruise and she was going to talk to people about being an insurance agent? And one of the women, and this is no shade at all, it's just I'm bringing it up because of Vicki's response. But Vicki was asking the people sitting there, which there were like 5,
right,
what you do for a living, and the one woman was a dancer.
That's so funny.
And Vicki's face, again, no shade, because
right, no, that's just
if you have it, use it.
Right, absolutely,
but
absolutely.
Vicki's face was like, okay,
yeah. I think there's, like we said, I think there's more to Brit. I think Brit she's not giving us true information. I think this whole thing is all fake. I was also reading too about Mike. I think that Mike is I've heard that there's alcohol. He's an alcoholic. I've heard that many times online. I've also heard that he has slept with many different men. That
he looks very familiar. When I was watching it last night, I'm like, I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm not really feeling the Brit and Mike vibe. Not really loving her as a new housewife.
So there are rumors that he like cheated on her,
or that she knows about it.
They have an understanding.
Yeah. I don't know I don't know if it's cheating or if it's just, open.
An understanding.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that, but
interesting.
Keep your eyes out for that one on what you see.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not feeling her at all. I think she's full of shit. I don't agree with what Kenya did. I think that was way low.
No, I don't either. There's a lot of people out there that think Kenya should be there. A lot of people. Which, I don't think Kenya should be there. I don't. I really don't. I mean,
think they had to do something. Whether they bring her back or not, they had to do something. They had to kind of take a stand and figure it out. They got to figure it out. I think Bravo's got a lot of issues going on right now.
Yeah, I do too.
So they need to take a pause, take a breath, and figure some shit out.
Then we see Drew goes over to Angela's house with her little Cosmo purse, her little Judith Leiber bag. Did you see that purse?
I did. It was adorbs.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And she says, "Oh, you're making drinks with my cousin's tequila." And then Angela says, "I talked to Marcus, and he told me that you are not cousins with Michael. You're
Now, is
not
she talking
related."
about Marcus Jordan, like Michael
Yeah, Marcus
Jordan's son?
Jordan. Yeah. Yes, that's who she's talking about. And she said, "Oh, I was joking." And then they played the clip back. No,
She
she
wasn't
wasn't
joking.
joking. She's like, "Everyone knows I was joking." No, you were not joking. You just got caught. That was so weird.
Yes. And thank you to the listener who did actually point it out to us and commented
Yes.
that that's what the Michael Jordan reference was. They were drinking his tequila.
Yes.
I didn't catch that.
I didn't
So,
catch it either because
thank
that's
you
what we
for
were
that.
like, what was that all about? Like, why are we
Yeah.
talking about Michael Jordan? I didn't even know he had a tequila, to be quite honest with
Me
you.
neither. Me neither. Now we do, though. But yeah, she was not kidding.
No, it's so weird.
She's just a liar.
She really is. But you know what? So is Porsha. Porsha's a liar too.
They all are.
They really are. It's like, can't we just be real? I mean, it's called
That
Real
show's called Real
Housewives.
Housewives.
It's in the name.
Exactly. Come on.
We're not asking for much. Just be a housewife and be real, damn it.
Right.
We don't even
Half of them
have that.
aren't even housewives.
Exactly. Then we see Kelly's getting ready for the ladies to come over. Her sister Kamiya is there. Cynthia is the first to arrive, and then Porsha, next Shamea. They start talking about what happened at the peace brunch because Porsha couldn't make it because her daughter was sick.
And Cynthia wasn't there either.
Right. Cynthia wasn't
Right.
there. They asked Porsha if she had a conversation with Drew, and she said that, she's moved on. That means no, she's not having a conversation. But her birthday's coming up and she wants to invite everyone to Nashville. And she's inviting her sister and a bunch of her friends. But she is not inviting Drew. Now, if Drew is a cast member, which she is, and she holds a peach, which she does, she needs to be invited.
I agree with you.
I mean, this is bullshit. You're not inviting all your friends and your sister and not Drew. If you can coexist with her, then coexist with her.
Right. Right.
So
she said it. I can coexist.
Right. Those were her words. So Angela decides that she's going to make her +1. And she even mentions it to Porsha when she's invited. And Porsha says, "Oh, I can't hear you." Again, didn't say no. Just like the bullshit that happened with Kenya with Brit showing up. Didn't uninvite her.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want somebody there, then answer.
Right.
You didn't answer. You said, "Oh, I can't hear you. You're the only one I can't hear."
Yep.
Come on. But Drew says that, with the energy that's been between her and Porsche, that unless Porsche says it's okay for her to come, she doesn't want to come. Which I thought that was the right thing to say, to be quite honest with you. Because why is she going to want to go there and be miserable?
Yeah, but you knew damn well she was going to go. I mean, I thought what she said was good too.
Yeah.
She just should have stuck to it.
Yeah.
She didn't stick to it.
No. Well, unless Angela
But she got a trip into Dennis's hookah lounge before she went.
I know, that was weird.
Who knew Dennis had a hookah lounge? He's got a lot of balls in the air, this guy.
Yes, he does. Hookah lounge, hot dog king, producer.
Music producer.
What else is he doing?
Anything to get him on the show.
That's it. Then we see Mike is asking Brit how her things are going with Angela. And she said that, she's coming for me and she lacks empathy. Listen, I didn't get that. She just was calling you out on your shit.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
She's in the same profession as you.
Right.
So that's what she's going to do.
Right.
She's got a spot here just like you.
Yep. And then Brit says, "Well, what if I brought up what I heard about her husband in the media, that Charles had a baby with someone?" Why would you do that, Brit? Because you see what Kenya did. Like, now you're going to do that? I mean, come on.
And didn't she say at some point, like, nobody better come for my man, or whatever she said?
Brit said that?
Yeah, something like that. And
I
now
don't
you're
know.
saying this about Angela and Charles.
Yeah, not cool. It's just not cool.
No, and honestly, I feel like Angela is the type of person to be like, yep, he stepped out, he had a baby. Yep.
Oh, I think she would say, I think she would. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think she's going to, hide it or lie about it.
I mean,
I
it's
don't.
out there now. She
Well,
can't.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Then we see Angela and Drew were also talking about Brit and how the peace brunch went. Drew says that her second court case is this week and that she wants to keep the divorce sealed. She doesn't want the kids to see what's in it. I think that there's more to this.
You don't want the kids to see what? The shit you were talking about with your lawyer on air last week? Like, you've said it on air. Your kids are going to know everything. You're a reality TV personality. Your kids are going to hear about it and see it. There's something in those records she doesn't want out, and it
That's what it
probably
is.
has nothing to do with Ralph. It's got to do with her.
That's what I think it is, because Ralph wants it out there.
Right.
And that's was surprising to me to see Ralph being like, no, I want this out there. Like, that's what he wants.
And listen, I've never worked for divorce attorneys, thank God. One of the firms, my very first job at a law firm when I started out as a receptionist, one of the attorneys did real estate and divorce, but very little divorce. And again, I was a receptionist, so I didn't get involved in it. But I don't understand how, if you're not divorced yet, how are records sealed?
Yeah,
Like, how are there sealed records if there's not like a divorce decree? What records are sealed if there's not an actual divorce? So if any of our listeners work at a divorce attorney's office,
Yes,
please explain
please.
this to us, because I just don't understand it. I
don't-
thought
I don't either.
when records are sealed that there had to be like a judgment or an order entered.
Yeah, what is it that's sealed?
Right.
Yeah, I
Just
don't know.
discovery? Like then wouldn't it just be
Or is it just the filing itself? I think it might just be the actual
like
divorce
the complaint,
filing.
the divorce
Yes.
complaint?
Yes, but the thing is, the judge did want to unseal it, right? Isn't that what the attorney said? The judge wanted it
and I
unsealed.
think Drew was fighting it.
And Drew was fighting it, and Ralph wants it unsealed. Yeah, there's something in there that she wants to hide. It doesn't make any sense otherwise. We're not stupid.
That's right. We're not.
Like, stop this. Stop trying to play us. We are real housewives. We're not stupid.
That's right. And we work. And I work for a lawyer, and Wendy works for a county.
That's right.
Township.
That's right.
So we know all about records and filings.
Yes, we do. Gosh, then we see Kelli's teaching her daughter Chloe how to parallel park. Oh, gosh.
I don't miss that. And I'm not even a year out yet, but I don't miss it.
Yeah, I'm about to start that.
When I don't have to get in the car, but one of my kids driving, I'm very relieved.
Then we see Shamea's in the studio again with B flat. Then we see Drew and Brit go out for a drink, and they want to clear the air. Drew tells Brit it was a bit celebratory when she was saying that Kenya's not here and is not going to be here. I agree with her.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, I'm glad Drew called her out on that, because although Kenya was wrong and Brit was wrong, this was Kenya's house before you showed up.
Mm-hmm.
These are even like, no, you shouldn't be doing it.
It was very premature.
It was very premature. Yes, it was. Drew said, I just want to get to know her a little bit and about her past. And Drew asked Brit if she ever sold it. And
sold the cat.
Yeah. I was like, well. And she said no. And then Drew said, well, did you ever do porn? And she said, well, I've not done porn, but I've done webcam. And I'm glad she explained what webcam was, because they said webcam, and I was like, what is that? So she said she did it with her friend. I guess you have this like webcam, and it's not like it's produced or anything. It's just kind of like a live stream thing that you do.
But you get paid for it.
Yeah, but it's
People pay for it.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
you did sell the cat.
Well, I guess indirectly.
Yeah. She sold the cat.
This
was OnlyFans before OnlyFans was OnlyFans.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Exactly. Yeah. This is pre-OnlyFans. Yes. Yeah.
So you're selling the cat.
Yeah. And they were naked, and they just did, she didn't say. She just said.
I mean, they weren't having sex. They weren't being intimate with each other, but you're showing your chotch.
Right.
For money.
Brit asked if Drew knew the recipient of the fellatio pic, and Drew said that she saw the pictures and she thought that she recognized the person. What does that mean? That she knows who?
Yeah, like she knows the guy?
Yeah, that's what That's what she's saying.
And she said she got a DM. So
She said-
did Kenya get the same DM from the guy?
I don't know.
And Kenya bit and Drew didn't? Like
I don't
Drew
know.
ignored the DM and was like, I'm not fucking with that. And Kenya was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, it was said by Porsha that the person that gave Kenya the pictures is a current cast member.
Right.
So
It had to be the same person then. It had to be the same person. She was just sending it to everybody to see who bit.
I don't know if it was Drew. I don't know who it was.
Maybe Drew got it and then sent it to Kenya.
Maybe.
Got it.
I don't know though. Like, we don't know.
Right. We don't know.
We don't know. So Drew admits that she's been on the receiving end of rumors and bad media, which she has been.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because of that very reason, I would say it wouldn't be her. Like, I wouldn't think that
You would
she
hope
would
not, right?
that she wouldn't be the one passing it along. But
were Drew and Kenya cool? Like they never had any problems, right? I feel like Kenya didn't have problems with anybody but Brit. Like even coming into this season, like she was good with Porsha. Like I feel like Kenya was good with everybody.
I mean, coming into the season, she was okay with Porsha, but in the past, she's had problems with everybody.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that's her MO, is having problems with everybody.
right.
But
Yeah.
they were on such a long break.
Yes, they were.
And it was, really a completely different cast. So I don't know.
I know.
It's hard to say. It's hard to
Yeah.
say. Then we have the day of the court hearing, and we see the home video of Drew and Ralph leaving the house separately again.
I wonder why we saw a home video for both of them.
That's
like,
what
why
I was
wasn't
wondering.
production there?
I don't know. It didn't make sense either.
I understand they can't go into the courtroom,
Right.
but they could have watched them leaving the house.
I don't know. I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
Drew wants Ralph out of the house and him paying child support. We find out that this is Ralph's third attorney.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is a little crazy.
Somebody said he must not be paying his counsel.
I mean, or listening to them. It's either one or the other, right? Isn't that what happens, right?
Yeah, one or the other.
So then, I guess the ruling is that the records are going to be unsealed, right?
Yes. And Drew seems
She's crying.
Extremely nervous.
Yeah, she's crying in the car, like yelling at him as she's driving by.
Yeah, she was hard pushing for those records to stay sealed.
Yeah. There's something going on there.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. The fact that Ralph wants them unsealed and she doesn't leads me to believe there's more damaging information in there about her.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, she was really crying and her sister was trying to console her.
She was definitely really upset.
Yeah.
We have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Then we see the ladies are going to the airport for the trip to Nashville. Porsha feels good about this trip. She's handpicked everyone who's going. Not sure why Angela missed the first flight, but she did.
Didn't you think that Angela missed the flight on purpose so she could show up with Drew?
I did at first, but then when she showed up without Drew, I was like, no, I think she just missed the flight.
Yeah, that was very anticlimactic.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that they were greeted at the house with the cowboy and the Howdy Hennies.
The Howdy Hennies. That was very funny because Porsha loves her Hennessy.
She sure does. She sure does. And they have their own private chef, Devin, there. They start picking out rooms, which is always fun on these trips.
That room situation was a little crazy. Like that one with all the beds. It was like summer camp.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, so basically 2 people get their own room. And then there was one room with bunk beds. So 2 people are going to have to share that. But turns out they're not because Drew's getting that room.
Right.
And then the rest of them are in that, row room. There's like a row of beds.
It was weird.
That's jacked up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that I would like that.
No. And then Angela gets a room like in the basement. I would take that over being in a room full of
Me too.
beds.
Me too.
And it looked like it had its own private exit.
Yeah, I would definitely rather be in the basement by myself than
send me down there.
Yeah. Let's see. Then what happens?
Angela finally gets there and sits down with them to eat. And the first thing she says is that she would really like Drew to come.
Right.
And that she anticipates seeing Drew.
Yes. And Porsche says, how the hell are you going to invite someone on my damn trip?
Yeah. And she's
Angela
like, well,
said,
she didn't come out and say no.
right. Well, she didn't. She didn't. All the ladies are saying you shouldn't invite someone else on someone's trip. Porsha says it's fine. I can coexist with her. Shamea thinks that they should all walk around with olive branches.
How funny was Shamea? She's like, I think I'm going to just start selling them.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge the boob smashing going on this show this season.
Which I missed it. What boob smashing are you referring to?
Who was it? Brit's outfit. They're just
Oh yeah.
it's just outrage. Like free the boobs. Hashtag free the boobs.
I
Because
know.
it just looks very painful. I have big boobs. I have boobs like these women. They're real.
Mm-hmm.
It looks incredibly painful.
Yeah, they like to have their titties out.
Oh my God, but it's not even having them out. I'm
Yeah.
afraid they're gonna pop.
Yeah. I know.
I'm afraid that something very bad is gonna happen. Especially when they get on a bull.
Yeah. Well, that's where they head next, right? And they go on the mechanical bull. So Porsha gets on first, and she's on for 7 seconds. Then Monietta is on for 5 seconds. Kelli was on for 49 seconds, which, damn, I was impressed with that until Shamea got on.
I know. And she said, I'm very competitive. I guess you are. You beat her by 2 seconds.
1 second. So then Monietta asks, where is Drew? And they find out that she's in Atlanta celebrating with her sister that she got a record deal.
Dennis's Hookah Lounge.
At Dennis's Hookah Lounge. And
I bet you that's not even Dennis's Hookah Lounge. I bet you they just said that.
We see Dennis on FaceTime. Again, not there, but he's on FaceTime. Angela says if Porsha didn't want Drew on this trip, she should have told me when you were on FaceTime. Porsha says to Angela, what kind of glue is on your motherfucking wig? Are you still don't understand you've brought this energy and now everyone at the table is asking, where is she?
Nobody asked.
No, like you're the one that made a big deal about it.
Exactly. Nobody asked.
I will say though, what is going on with Angela's wig? Because Angela's wig is always a little soft,
I know.
Right?
Well, I think she is menopausal or perimenopausal, and she's probably sweating like I am every day.
And that's why she's got the fan and they're hot.
Yeah.
Okay, this makes perfect sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not her fault.
No, not her fault. Not her fault. Okay.
It's biological.
Yeah. So then one of Portia's friends is sitting there. She's like, I don't even know what's going on with Drew. Of course you don't, because why would you?
Right.
Like, Drew should be there. You shouldn't. You're just a friend. Like, not even a friend of the show, just a friend of Portia's.
And then did someone say Drew sucked Dennis's D?
Yes.
Okay, that's what she said. Drew sucked Dennis's D. It was specifically about Dennis.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me see who said it. I did write it down.
I mean, what Porsha said after that was
that it was his thing.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
And to keep his body count down.
Yeah, I just wrote down one of Portia's friends because I didn't know which one it was.
Yeah, it was definitely not anybody on the show. I
Yeah.
just didn't know if they said Drew sucked someone's D or Drew sucked Dennis's D.
It was Dennis's D.
Okay.
And Angela said, after she said, you didn't want Drew to come, I thought she should be here. Angela said, I will not allow a group of women to talk about one woman who's not even here. I've got myself a size 12 feet and I can stand on my own. I was like, oh, you go with your size 12 feet.
I really like Angela.
I do too. I like
really
that. I like that she's not afraid to stand up to the group and that she's not afraid to stand up to Porsha.
Right.
Even though
she doesn't like Garcelle. Like, she doesn't need this. I'm sure she's happy for the gig.
Right.
But she's got a profession. She's got a very successful, wealthy, good-looking husband.
Right.
Like, she don't need this. So she can come in. She can come in swinging the balls around where Brit can't and shouldn't.
Exactly. You're exactly right there.
And Kelli came in like demure, like she said her thing about Porsha, why she take that woman's man, but
I mean, compared to everything else, that's nothing.
Right. Like, I think Kelli came in, nice and quiet and did her thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but the whole thing with that's the other thing that I see all over online is that according to Porsha, Dennis just gets all these other women is just getting his dick sucked. Like that's all that goes on with him. I mean,
Right. To
come
keep his
on.
body count down.
Yeah. Are you really believe this? Or I mean, come on.
And is that supposed to be acceptable?
No, it is not.
If that, like, I'm not saying it was, but is she saying, like, when she was with him, if he
Gosh.
did that, like, it wasn't cheating because he didn't have sex? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's not what she's saying, but
I don't think that's what she's saying, but either way, I don't think that's acceptable. And I don't
yeah,
think that, I don't think they're both the same.
totally.
They're both the
Totally.
same. There's not one that's not. They're both cheating. They're both the same. I mean, yeah.
Like, you might as well have slept with her.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing.
Yes,
I
exactly.
totally agree.
Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. But,
Yeah.
everyone has
I'm
their
sure
own
guys
opinion.
feel differently, but I agree with you.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's episode 7. We're going to have to see what happens.
I wonder how many episodes there are. I thought I heard somebody say that there's 4 more episodes before Phaedra comes.
Okay.
Seems like a lot.
Well, it was all of a sudden.
Yeah, and I guess they're at this point just trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, they already had the trip planned. It couldn't bring her on the trip. And the trip is probably going to be at least 3 episodes,
Yeah.
right? We'd have one. We started it, probably,
It's interesting that they brought Phaedra back, isn't it? Like, it's just interesting that they thought once Kenya left, they were like, oh, you know what we should do? We should get Phaedra Parks back.
What's interesting about it is that there was other people in the running for Angela and Britt's and Kelly's spot, right? There was other people in the running.
Yeah,
Why
so we're
not?
hearing now, yeah.
Yeah, so why not bring one of them? Unless they just wanted to have the old, then why not bring Sheree?
I know.
You know what? Because Phaedra's going to bring it. That's what it comes down to.
It is what it comes down to.
Right? Phaedra's going to bring it.
Yeah. And I think that the other 2 that were in the running must have been filming and just not doing anything for them to focus on them. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
the
once
2 girls that were on the last season of New Jersey,
right.
the E Clean Bro girl and the other girl, I forget her name. Kayla, I think, is the E Clean Bro girl. I forget what the other girl's name was. They were both adorable, but
Yeah, but we
they
never
just
really
didn't do anything. We didn't really.
No, I mean, they weren't even considered friends of. Like, we really
They
barely
weren't.
got an introduction.
Right.
Barely.
Right.
So, yeah. And I don't know. But I do know that Phaedra does bring it, so.
Yeah. I mean, listen, of course, according to Andy Cohen, but you can't go by him. He'll say it about anything. But he said, once Phaedra comes on, it's like a whole new show. So it'll be interesting.
It will be interesting, and I'm looking forward to it.
You know what I read today? And once I read it, I was like, makes sense. So this whole Lexi and Jesse Solomon thing on Summer House.
Yes.
And Lexi basically said, I guess somebody asked her like how she felt about the things Jesse was saying to her compared to the things he was saying about her to the other girls.
Yeah.
And she was like, listen, if Jesse was talking to me, that got him camera time. If Jesse was talking shit about me to the other girls, that got him camera time. And she said that Jesse would say to her that West got a lot more attention than he did last summer. So
Really?
isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
And it totally sounds correct.
It does sound correct. And you know what? Everything I've seen, I feel like Sierra's doing her dirty. I don't think that what Sierra's doing is right.
Totally agree with you.
And I love Sierra. I've always loved Sierra.
Me too. But I'm not loving her this season for that reason.
Yeah.
Like Lexi had a birthday party for herself and Jesse and Sierra didn't go and hung out together and like posted pictures of themselves or something.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
It really is.
Now, like, I really hope they reboot the whole show and base it around Lexi and her model friends.
I do too. I'm there for that. I'm here for that.
Yeah, like I
don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And did we talk about Paige saying she was the breadwinner in the relationship?
Probably not, but she did say that.
And listen, I'm not going to take anything away from Paige. I think she's going to be extremely successful in whatever she does. I do not, however, think at that point when she filmed that and said that she was the breadwinner. I think that Craig's been on TV longer than her. I think Summer House has been on longer, maybe a year or two, a season or two longer than Southern Charm. Not a lot longer, but Craig, started Southern Charm and Paige didn't come until season 3 or 4. So I think Craig's definitely been on TV longer and his company's obviously very successful. So I don't think she's right in saying she was the breadwinner. And
I mean,
again, I
I
just
don't know. I don't know. I agree that she's going to be successful. He's going to be successful. I think that they're both right now living their best lives and they're with whoever they're with and they're happy. And I don't even want to talk about him anymore because I'm sick of it. That's how I feel about it. But and even Kyle and Amanda, that's another one I'm completely sick of. Like,
totally sick of.
why Amanda puts up with him is beyond me. It's
Oh
beyond
my
me.
God. Like he came home at 5:00 in the morning and she's like, I didn't even have to say anything. He knew
Yeah.
he was wrong.
Yeah.
Amanda, I don't think he knows he's wrong
No.
because he keeps doing it.
Yeah.
And he clearly does not feel bad about it. He's a 40-something-year-old man and he's still coming in at 5 a.m.
I think he's 45.
He's 45. Like, what the fuck? I'm 50. If I came home at 5 a.m., I would probably have to sleep for the next 36 hours to recover from that.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
How about Mo and PK? We didn't talk about this on our Beverly Hills recap. They brought that up at the reunion. Mo and PK hanging out with Kyle Cook.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Oh my God.
And they're like, do you have FOMO? They're like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to hang out with Kyle Cook.
Who the fuck does? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with Amanda, but that girl is wasting valuable years of her life because she should not have kids with him.
No, she shouldn't. She really shouldn't because she's going to be doing everything for the rest of her life and she's going to be stuck with another man-child. No, I'm sorry. I feel bad for her, but she's got it
she's in it. Like I feel bad for her, but it's like, how can you? She's in it. She's
I know.
Co-signing all of this.
You know what I don't get? I don't get the whole Sierra thing. This is like, I'm bringing this back again because Sierra's giving such good advice to Paige. Like, do what's best for you. Don't let him dim your light. Like, I feel like she's really supporting Paige in this whole decision that Paige is making during the summer with her relationship with Craig. But yeah, then
without Craig knowing,
but she's talking to her girlfriend.
I know, but on camera,
but she's talking to her girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We want real. It's real. It's real.
I just wish she was having the same conversation with him, but maybe she was and we don't know about it. Who knows?
Right. But then she does Lexi so dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can she be? I don't know. I know she was dealt dirty many times by Wes and by Austin and by Luke. Like, they all did her dirty, but why does she have to do it?
I know.
I expected more from her. I
do feel like she holds a little bit against Craig because of the Austin thing.
I mean, she could.
She could.
Maybe
but not. Maybe
but
not.
Again, that doesn't. I mean, and then Jesse after the West thing. I mean, come on.
That's what I mean. Like yeah.
It's just not good. Sierra, come on.
Yeah, no.
Wake up. They better not be together at the reunion. If they're together at the reunion, I'm done with her.
Yeah, no, God, I hope not.
I don't ever say that either, but that really would disappoint me.
Yeah, I was really glad Lexi said what she said about that, though. I was like, damn, that makes so much sense, especially that he said West got more attention than me last year.
Yes.
And West was getting more attention because he was pursuing Sierra.
Right.
It's wild. It makes so much sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
And have you watched any of The Valley yet?
I have not. Oh, tonight there was a second episode, right? Tuesday?
No,
Is it on Tuesdays?
I think we're on the third episode. I've watched.
Shit, I
think I've watched 2 episodes already. You have to catch up. It's very good.
Will.
It's
I will.
very
Now
good.
that Beverly Hills is done, now I'll have time to watch that. I told you I started binge watching Beverly Hills 90210 from the beginning. I'm on season 5. Like, I can't stop watching all weekend. I had off Fridays. I worked at the
Yeah.
salon on Saturday, but
Yeah.
I had off Friday and Monday. I can't stop watching it. But now that Beverly Hills Housewives are done, I can catch up on the Valley. And Love Hotel hasn't started yet, right?
It starts on the 27th. It has
Okay.
not started yet. But I want to start talking about the Valley.
Okay.
No, it's good.
So when you
It's a
get
lot
back,
going on. Yeah.
I'll watch, and then we'll just catch up on all the episodes that I played so far.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all for tonight.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe, tell your friends, give us 5-star reviews. Bye.
Bye.